Hi, it's Jan Denning here from the Hospitality Partnership. It's lovely to see you again, and thank you for all of the engagement that we're getting from these short videos. Today we have another video with our very lovely associate partners, Lisa and Gail from Magnifisense. So I'm not going to keep talking a lot. I'm just immediately going to hand you over to Lisa and Gail to introduce herself and just a little bit of what they do. So shall we go to Lisa first?
Thanks, Jan. Morning, Gail as well. It's unusual not to be in the same room working in these times. So yes, Lisa and Gail from Magnifisense. We're a full service event agency. Like everybody else, obviously been struggling over the last year, but in normal times we do anything from venue finding through to conferencing, and things from Lancier treasure hunts when we were allowed, to our in-house chocolate making, fragrance making, and everything else in between. We've been trying over the last year, I suppose, to use that dreaded word pivot. We've all been doing some virtual conferences. Yes, very overrated, underrated, I suppose. But it's important for people still to get together. And obviously, normally we would love to be sort of get my words out, sorry, be able to get people together at venues, which hopefully soon we'll be able to do. But yes, we've got all sorts of different techniques and platforms that we've been working with, and moving forward we're really excited to be a partner of the Hospitality Partnership, to work with the incredible venues and piece by piece put this industry back together again.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Lisa. So Gail, keeping on the venue finding side of things to start off with, but I do want to visit the other areas that you do in the business. So Gail, just tell me, is it expensive then to use you for venue finding? So say I'm a company and I think, you know, there are so many venues out there, I do not know where to start, but we're also aware that people don't have much money right now. So do they have to pay you to find that perfect venue for them?
No, not at all. Venue finding is free, and we like to go and actually visit the venues ourselves, so that we've actually been there in person. So we're your go-to really with regards to sort of all venues, and we get the perfect venue for your event.
Brilliant. So it is about that personal service then that stands you out from
definitely
the other venue finders.
It's yeah, I think it's important. I mean, obviously there's a niche market for everybody in what they do. There's the big guns out there as well, isn't there? But we've always found it very important to tailor make the venue that fits the client. It's never a case of just, well, that worked for such and such, so therefore we'll just use that venue repeatedly. It's actually knowing that venue inside out, the staff, how things run within that company, to make sure that it tailor makes the event that you want with the client. That's really important to us.
I think that makes a real difference. I mean, we're lucky enough to be in an industry where those relationships really matter. And I think that you can offer a much better service when you've really created a strong relationship and understand your customers' needs. You know,
absolutely.
A long way.
Yeah, it's key.
As well, just to reverse it as well from a venue's point of view. If you're struggling with regard to sort of showcasing or you know, for representation of a hotel, then we can also do that as well. Because as I say, Lisa and I like to visit the hotels. We like to get a feel for hotels ourselves. So therefore we can actually promote and represent hotels as well.
Yeah, that leads me in then really nicely to kind of the event management side of things. So tell me about the event management side. So you can do the venue finding because of all the contacts that you have, and as you say, you only recommend those venues that you know are a perfect fit for the client's requirements, but you also do event management. Can you explain what's the benefits of event management and what that entails?
Well, yeah, basically, it's a case of being there actually on the day. I mean, obviously, most of us know there's a build up to the event, isn't there? And we've worked very hard with the venue and obviously the event coordinator or events manager that might be at the venue. But what we find more and more is, Jan, if you were the PA to the CEO of such and such company, is that on the day, although the hotels and venues are brilliant at what they do, half the time they hand things over to an ops team. And that's great, but not all of the information, not all of that hard work that's gone on the last few months, they necessarily pick up on and deliver on the day. So what we want you to do as the PA is to enjoy your day, not to have any stresses or to feel that you've got to chase things up within the venue. We know exactly what's been going on, what the timetable is, and can work with people actually at the hotel. So rather than just venue book and say, right, there's your conference, off you go, we're there to be there as your PA for the day to make sure everything runs really smoothly. Because when things do go wrong, which they do from time to time, you just need somebody on hand. We all have to sort of think on our feet, don't we? So we're there to support all the way through, to see it through to the end.
I think that you hit on a point there as well, that it's great that you're there as the PA for the PA, if you like.
Yeah.
A point that within the property, that once the sale has been done for that conference, that meeting, that event, whatever, then it's handed over to the operational team, and quite rightly,
Yeah,
because there's a real difference between that sales and then the operational side. But we are more than aware that this year a lot of operational teams have been cut, have had the sales teams as well, but there is certainly this lack of resource. So the fact you can help the hotel as well as helping your client with that operational part as and when they need it is perfect. So instead of them having to have a full resource of operations, I can think, actually, I know we can't afford that right now, but as long as we've got somebody to call in when that event happens is just perfect, isn't it?
yeah.
Cost effective.
Well, we think so, and I think as well, I mean, even before sort of COVID hit, we've always looked at it that we're there to work on behalf of the venue as well. We do become ambassadors for them, because as much as we love our clients, you get to know them well, and again, you know what works at venues, the things that they try to pull over the eyes, perhaps try and claim things back from hotels. So we're there to protect the venue just as much. We're more than happy to say to a client, actually, in this case, the hotel were right. There's those little glitches, you know, particularly around bar bills, tabs, all things that can be sort of go wrong on the day, or a client to be able to sort of pick up on something and sort of say, well, actually, we weren't very happy with, which of course you want the client to be happy, but sometimes the hotel are in there right, and it's nice to be able to back up them as well. So you're sort of right in the middle. So although it's important to look after your client, it's also important to us to work and look after the venue too.
I think that's really good as well, that the client has this unbiased person as well, rather than this confrontation's the wrong word, but maybe the sometimes with, you know, the venue and the customer. It's good to have that middle person that understands both and can balance that out. So what a great weight off the shoulder. So also, while we're talking about event management, that too has changed. A lot has become virtual. And I know that you've always done it, but you've been doing it a lot more this year. And that's some of your virtual experiences. Anything from chocolate and perfume, but lots more. Again, you're the expert on this. Gail, do you want to tell us about your virtual wonderful experiences?
Oh, wonderful experiences. Well, let me delve in, shall I? So as Jan said, we've got our fragrance making, which is design your own fragrance, which is unique to you. We've also got our sweet tree chocolate making, but you know, we'd love to sort of say that we do it all, but of course we don't. Lisa and I facilitate those particular workshops, but we also have a little black book of fantastic suppliers, again, that we've vetted, that we've met, that we work with, and we have all sorts of ideas, from sort of music, you know, sort of dance scenarios, to well-being, yoga, origami, magic. We've got somebody that will sing not a telegram, what's the word that I'm looking for? You know,
they're singing telegrams, aren't they?
They're singing telegrams. I wanted to say anagrams, but that wasn't right either. So yeah, you name it, we can sort of provide it. We pride ourselves on having a think tank sort of service. So you know, if there's anything out there, never be afraid to sort of say, well, we'd like to do this, because if there is a way, we will find it.
And we've
So
been
you
able
can
to-
really, sorry Lisa, I'm talking out. So you can really create bespoke experiences then because of that relationship, I guess, and because that you are really particular on what you do to be able to deliver. Is that right? Or are they just off the shelf packages, take it or
No, exactly. I mean, obviously there's some fantastic, you know, direct suppliers to work with. So, but it's little things like we did a virtual calendar coming up for Christmas, and we had a magician and origami, but we also sent out props as well and hampers. So we said to people, because you want to feel included at the minute, you sat at home, we're all looking at the computer, aren't we? And you're feeling on your own. So we wanted them to really feel that they were joining in. So we sent out props. We had cards of the magician. We had a load of sort of doodle boppers for Christmas, and we sent out food. There were little surprises for employees every day. So again, it's just thinking of things that are a bit different to engage all of your team and not to make them feel that they're just sat at home like we all are a lot of the time. But also finding the right platforms as well, because as we all know, Zoom was great. There's a lot of other platforms, but it's to break rooms down so that you've got interaction within smaller teams rather than just watching a webinar, staring at the screen for 2 hours, or somebody lecturing at you. So again, we've sort of looked into different suppliers that sort of work with us in different ways and say, well, okay, I know you do that as standard, but can you do X, Y, Z? And that's what we love, and it's great. They love it too. They like a challenge.
Yeah, brilliant. What do you think is the most popular virtual experience, either of you ladies?
Probably, but the Rubik's Cube one's been quite good, Lee, isn't it?
Yeah, the Rubik's sort of problem solving, and I think as well the escape rooms, or something that's getting your mind challenged, where you can then go into another little room with colleagues that you've not seen for a long time and have a bit of a private chat on the quiet as well. Belly dancing. A lot of the mental health well-being is so strong at the minute. So anything from Pilates to how to sit at your desk properly, a lot of mind reading, stuff like that, that's sort of quite engaging. And the rock choirs, they're really popular, having a good old sing. I mean, that's so good for you anyway. And people sort of think, oh, how's that going to work? You know, you're not all in one room, but you can, same as the drum jamming as well. There's so much.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, the choice? Sorry, Gail.
The laughing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody join in. Everybody. Right, we'll see what reaction that gets.
You know when you're told to, well, I used to be told because of being sort of on a call centre, and to smile when you're on the phone because it actually lifts your mood. So it's the same with regards to sort of laughing, and it does boost your, you know, sort of self-esteem really, and just, yeah, it gets you sort of firing, especially when we're all sort of on our own at the moment. And I think with regards to sort of team building as well, I think is important to sort of stress with regards to sort of virtual events, because by including your team and putting them all together, because they are working individually, it actually is shown that it improves productivity for the business. So I think that's, you know, sort of, it's not just about entertainment. We can also sort of do team building and team bonding as well.
Yeah, which will be vital, won't it? There's gonna, because like just even if you want to go back to work, there will still be this nervousness and anxiety. So it's important to kind of reconnect and feel comfortable again with these work colleagues that you haven't seen for maybe a year, you know. So I think that would be invaluable. And I love the laughing one. I really do, and I need to give that a try, because I really do think that laughing is the best medicine. What is better than a real big belly laugh? And I'm fortunate enough to have shared some really good belly laughs with these two ladies. I can guarantee that for you.
Well, we've got that on our website, actually. We're in the middle of changing it, but we have got Charlie Chaplin's quote of saying a day without laughter is wasted, and Gail and I believe in that. Laughter and humour sees you through good and bad times. It really does.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree. And surround yourself with like-minded people and positive people, because negative people do pull you down. It's like, we say this before, I only want to work with good people, genuine people, honest people, people who share the same values of me. And that's kind of what the hospitality partnership is all about as well, that actually you weren't accepted in as a partner unless you share those same values, which are so important. Anyway, I was going to go off on one there.
You digress.
Yeah. So to close then, just tell me why anybody should come to Magnificent for venue finding, for event management, or virtual experiences. Why? What stands you out? I know, so if you get stuck, I can answer it for you.
Oh, bless you. I know, it's like singing your own.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it, to say good things about yourself, but come on, this is your platform to say why should anybody come to you?
Well, if I can just answer this first, Lise, I would say, and I know it's cliche and probably a lot of people do say it, but I would say that it's us. Lisa and I, for those who don't know, are also sisters. We share a lot of similarities with regards to our customer service, our passion, and we believe in our Magnifisense brand, and that is to deliver Magnifisense events, venue finding, etc., whatever it is. So yeah, but basically if you sort of work with us, then we sort of guarantee over to you.
I was going to say, a bit buffered or cut off then. Yeah, no, I think it is. I mean, everybody says about a USP, don't they? And you can go down the whole sort of corporate and want to pitch, but I think it is. It's just fundamentally, it's something to work for if you're a PA or a team leader or somebody that just doesn't have the time or resource to put things together, or you're sick of doing, even back before C19 hit, oh, it's another archery day, or oh, it's off-road driving. We are a big think tank. We like to brainstorm. We like to get to know you as a person and as a company and say, right, you've tried X, Y, Z. This is your budget. Have you tried such and such? Let's go for something completely different, something really engaging. And yeah, we do tailor make, and that's not to use it in a light way or a quippy way. It's really to actually put the right event for you and to become your own PA and new best friend in events.
That's
your event consultancy, really.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It kind of does sum you up. I'd close with just an absolute joy to work with, really caring and really passionate. And Lisa and I were talking a little bit earlier about the word passionate, but they truly are, and they will make your event really easy and joyful and simple and take away the stress for you. So on that note, we will close for now, and we'll say goodbye to the Magnifisense ladies, and we will be posting this. Actually, it'll be posted next week, where we celebrate all strong women, all empowering women, as it's International Women's Day on Monday. So I think that it's very appropriate that that we post this next week to celebrate these gorgeous ladies. So bye for now.
Thanks, Jan, and for you.
Bye. Okay, bye-bye.